This podcast is rated MA. It may contain coarse language, sexual situations, and fantasy violence. It is not recommended for persons under 17.
Welcome to the 5th edition D&D podcast, The Rise of Tiamat and the Dragon Queen's Horde. Episode 2, Part 1, Raiders Camp. I am Andrew Felling, the Dungeon Master.
I am Kirk, and I'm playing Caridin, the Wood Elf Monk.
This is Mary. I will be playing Zalania, the Wood Elf Sorcerer.
This is Seth. I'll be playing the Paladin Dragonborn Cespedes.
On the last episode, the party had managed to aid the town of Greenest in quelling raiders that had come in. However, the raiders that came through took quite a toll in town. Many buildings are in relative shambles. Many of the treasures have been taken, but also a lot of the townsfolk life has been taken with it, being dead or enslaved. Governor Nighthill has asked you and the party to go and save as many of the townsfolk as you can from the raiders. You have agreed to do so. But at first, you wanted a much-needed, much-earned rest after Cespedes had risked his life in single combat against the half-dragon general of the Raiders. By the time you guys wake up, it's well past mid-morning, and you are even still some of the first to actually rouse from your slumber. There is even though the sun is out and its relative warmth has come in, there is still just this eerie silence. You don't even really hear birds that you would expect to hear in a kind of forest area like this. So what would you like to do?
Am I awake?
Everyone's awake.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if I needed more sleep because I got the crap kicked out of me.
Technically, yes, because they only need like 3-4 hours of sleep, where you need like a full 8. But the way I'm going to kind of play this is everyone was so exhausted, everyone took their full 8.
Okay.
And so it's roughly, noon. Actually, it's probably you rolling over and your scales scraping against the cot that you're in that wakes up the two elves.
Hey, get up.
I'm already awake. You realize we don't actually sleep, right? It's called meditation. Whatever.
No, just what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm a little stiff.
Aren't you scaly? Isn't that natural? Never mind.
So as you have your discussions over what to do, people do start to mill about. Your voices kind of almost seem to stir life back into the hall that you've all gathered in. That kind of ended up being a makeshift hospital and hostel for the townsfolk.
Was the keep refortified? Doors and everything? I think we got the front door.
Yes.
Shored up. Did the rest of it get...
Yeah, you were able to, before the challenge was made,
Right.
you guys had managed to reclaim the entirety of the outer wall and all of its gates.
Okay. Right. And they fled after the challenge, right? They left the city, or they are...
Yes, the cult forced the remaining kobolds that they had hired to honor their fallen champion's wish and left.
Okay.
At some point, I'm going to, sort of wander away and up on top of the walls and just go contemplate what a really empty, kind of still smoking city looks like. Because this is something I've not experienced before, and I don't like it.
Lively graveyard are the first 2 words to come to mind. Because there's still life clearly moving, but it's sluggish and clunky and tired.
Same way that I feel as I make my way up to join her.
We weren't supposed to meet with the Earl?
Governor
Nighthill.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to meet with him or anything today, were we? I can't remember if we were...
I say you just told us
supposed
what
to
we were
check in.
supposed to be doing, and I already
think
lost it.
So quick recap again. You guys had agreed to go search for the Raiders camp and recover
right.
as many people as possible.
Because
Okay.
they took people with them.
Right.
That's right.
Which means my next stop is breakfast, and after that is packing food for the trip.
Yes, not booze. You're right.
But
I thought your next stop was booze.
I mean, you bring up a good point, but not my priority at the moment.
Was there any way for us to get a horse or horses to pack stuff in and out, and to also maybe bring people back if
I
we
say-
need to.
You had not inquired about that?
We brought
At least I
horses,
don't
though,
think-
didn't we?
We definitely were riding
Yes,
horses
you-
from the
that's
town.
what I
Yes.
was- Okay,
you
we don't
brought-
need
you
horses.
had brought horses and you had tied them up outside of town on your way in.
That's right.
Oh,
So we should
shit.
go find those.
Yeah, we just left them out there all night.
Yeah,
They'll be fine.
I'm sure it's fine. Because we did sort of tie them to something. It's not like
Yeah.
we just stuck them in the middle of the road.
Right.
We put them off to the side.
Yeah,
and
you
then-
hitched him to a post on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Or a tree or something like that. It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And nothing ate them at all.
Right.
We'll find out.
Kobold stole them.
We'll see what happens when
Kobold
you guys...
stole my
Kobolds
horse.
ate my baby.
All right, let's head out and do that first
Yeah.
Okay.
because we might need new horses.
Or we might just need to hunt down the ones we had.
So as you are heading towards the outskirts of town, a young man actually does come out of the temple that was near the entrance of town that you guys had previously saved, and he quickly, with a very heavy limp, comes towards you. His leg is bandaged with a wooden plank, setting it in place, and he's leaning against essentially a 2x4 as a kind of a makeshift crutch.
Is his name Seth?
And he starts waving. He's like, "Wait, before you go, wait!" And even though it's not a far distance that he has to trot to get up to you, he is immediately out of breath from the effort that he's had to.
I say, this looks painful.
just
I start
move.
walking towards him, just out of.
Start backing
Oh,
up.
stop.
Yeah.
He-
as you come to him, he kind of does a half claps towards you, hand on his shoulder, goes, "Oh, thank you. I hear you intend to follow the raiders and see where they've gone and the people they've taken."
Yes.
Yeah, that's our plan.
Yes. Oh, you
Sorry.
need to have that looked after.
Please, among those that was taken, I believe, was my master, Leonshin. We haven't been able to find him since the raid ended. He is a skilled practitioner of physical arts, so we believed over the night he had been able to handle himself, but we haven't been able to find him or any sign of him since. It is very important that you bring him back, please.
We'll see what we can do.
We intend to bring back everybody we find. We will keep an eye out.
And when you said you tend to bring back everything you find, you actually his face kind of lights up. He's, I didn't realize that was the mission. All I heard was that you were going to find the camp.
Ah,
Though, I mean, my head's been ringing, so I probably only heard half of the statement anyways.
Understandable. You didn't happen to notice any horses around here, did you?
I think he's before we got out there.
Only those that are... He kind of like looks over and like it's like, I haven't seen any...
That's fine. Right.
They're still a little farther. They're a little farther out.
Yeah. No, because
Yes,
you
yes,
guys had like... You were like a half mile
Right,
to a mile
away from
outside
that.
of town.
There was
and
some
you were
burning. There was some dragon flying. We were like,
Like,
yeah,
you were
okay.
like tying this up. Stroll. Power walk with a purpose.
Power walk and sneak.
All right.
You can do both. That's like an Olympic sport, right?
Power walk with purpose.
Okay. So, you're going to try to find your horses?
Yes.
Okay. Who feels lucky?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Roll. She said I do first. So, Seth, you will be the second half of
Oh,
this.
shit.
Okay.
Seth, has your luck turned?
Roll me percentiles.
Say what?
Not you, Seth. Mary.
Okay. 40.
40?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. One of those numbers was the highest you could roll. But it doesn't matter in this.
It doesn't matter in that spot.
Yeah.
All right. Seth, roll me a d4.
Oh, these don't roll very well.
Flip it high.
You got
Throw it.
Throw it up.
3.
Hey, there you go.
That's pretty good. Unless they're enemies, then that's bad.
Yes.
It's the number of dragons.
Or it's the number of ones that died. Like,
You actually do see your horses. They are not tied to anything anymore, and one of them looks particularly bloodied.
Nah, that's probably mine.
Do they look nervous or anything?
Very skittish, very nervous.
okay, yes, very carefully. Like, okay, here's an apple that I found. We'll be okay. Go find the horses.
Roll me an animal handling, because I mean it's not a matter of finding them; they are
Right.
there.
talking them back towards us.
I have a +4 to animal handle.
You go ahead and do this. Can I assist?
I have a +2.
I also have a +2.
So if you would assist in this, you don't add anything to his roll. He just rolls with advantage.
Which
Okay.
is fine.
So like you producing the apple and then him approaching with it, that is
And that's-
the advantage.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah, I'll take it.
After my roll
12.
for an assist, I'm gonna back away.
16. is the
16?
highest, yeah.
Your horse does come to you, but the other two, the healthier one, breaks into a sprint. You can try to saddle up and go track it down if you want. The bloodied one doesn't really move much in any direction.
Okay.
It kind of hobbles as it moves.
I'll try to get on my horse and chase after.
Okay. So roll me another animal handle, because it's an animal, and you're trying to spur it to motion.
Okay. Oh, that was a 19. 7.
Okay. You are able to actually catch up with the other horse. It just takes a hot minute.
Okay.
Its bridle is still flapping around, so I need you to catch it, which would be an acrobatics.
That I can hopefully do better. That is a 25.
And just real easily, you lean over, snatch it.
And you do so in one of those ways where you get the horses running equally fast and grab onto the bridle so you don't jerk it to a stop. Like, it's perfect.
The horse riding, not so perfect.
Right.
The snatching, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. You when you first spurred your horse, it actually reared up and almost tossed
Fucked
you,
me.
but you
Yeah.
stayed on.
Okay.
So you were able to bring it back. The bloodied horse is kind of like actively like doing its little hobble to get away.
Yeah.
Like it's not trotting or running really fast.
Does it got claw marks or
Tiny
Perception.
kobold spears.
that is a 13.
You actually see a haft of a spear broken into its side and a few bolts in its hindquarters.
Jeez. Okay.
Someone thought they were to get some easy meat and weren't able to get it.
I don't have any healing for it either.
I don't either.
See if Seth can
Seth might be able to.
do his thing.
Seth might be able to good touch the horse, and
Yeah.
yes, as a horse, it would still heal.
Cool. I guess try walking him back in the meantime.
Okay. I will need another animal handling for this guy. He's not as agile as the other horses are, but he is a
More
lot
skittish.
more skittish.
17.
17? Okay. With you having the other two horses under your control and you again approaching it calmly and quietly, it does actually let you come up and take its reins.
Okay.
Horses being herd animals and all.
Yeah.
Seth's back.
I thought I heard him say that.
Yeah.
Hello.
So one of the horses has had the shit kicked out of it and now has a full-on hobble going.
It was my horse, wasn't it?
Well, they're actually. It's not necessarily your.
Yeah.
They're all three of your horses,
Right.
as far as I'm concerned.
There's rentals.
But they are asking.
That's right.
The question was asked if you have a way of healing it, and the answer is if you have literally any form of healing spell, you can heal the horse.
Okay, I'll do it.
You do not have to. Do not feel the pressure to be the health battery if you don't want to.
I have a lot of health, like healing wise.
Okay. And this
I can heal
It's
15 right now.
It's at 1 out of 5.
Oh.
Oh, if
Dang,
you don't
nothing.
heal
So-
it, I will think less of you.
Okay, to be perfectly honest, though, it doesn't take a lot to go from 5 to
That's-
1. Like,
Right, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it didn't have that many to begin with. Oh, okay, that's not a lot out of your daily total. Go for it.
hey, but you know what? 80% of its health is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean,
I'll-
yes,
I'll,
that's a third of his healing capability, but
I'll heal
Seems
it
worth
for
it.
3. I'll heal it for 3.
Okay. Yeah, and you as you do the spearhead and the bolt shafts get pushed out of it as the wounds begin to close up, leaving some pretty nasty looking scars, but it's not bleeding, and you actually see a new kind of resurgence of vigor within the horse, and you know you now have 3 healthy horses.
fantastic. Now we get on those horses, and then we start riding towards.
The direction they were running. They left.
Yeah,
Shouldn't be hard to follow that many kobolds
you wouldn't think.
bounding through the woods, hopefully.
I'm not
Were they
terrible.
using the road or were they...
I will let you guys decide whether or not you want to roll a perception or a survival to find the footprints in the
I
track.
will roll survival. They're equal for me, but I'll roll survival.
One person can roll survival, one person can roll perception, and
I'll do
then
perception.
the third person, if they want to, can assist.
I have +6 perception, so if you want to assist Mary, Seth,
Yes.
Well, I got a 20 survival.
and 15 for me.
almost a little more quickly, Mary finds the track. And it's kind of like as soon as she pops up and going, hey, I found the track, it actually does come to your eyes. And you are both very correct. It does not take too much to actually find the kobolds, because there's clearly one set of tracks coming in and then a deeper set of tracks and wagon marks going out. And they do, in fact, go off-road, veering south, almost doubling back from the way you guys came, with a little more of a eastern route moving away from the road.
Okay. Follow the trail.
Or it doesn't take too much effort to follow the trail once you're on it, even from
Horseback.
The only issue is that they had so much time ahead of you that they've had several hours at this point. So you can either move at a regular pace or you can attempt to push your horses to catch up. You do not know how far you have to go.
It's probably worth it to push a little bit while everything's still fresh, and then if we have to slow down later, we at least have made some ground.
Okay.
And none of us have any sort of scouting familiar or anything like a bird or...
No.
You get like a mount. You get like a mount later on, don't you, Seth?
He can take one, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I guess push it hard for a day or for half a day.
Okay. Your horses are not well rested because they were not stabled or anything like that, so I am going to need everyone to make their own individual handle animal to see how far you can actually get out of it.
Okay.
And you're all going to be judged by the lowest.
Natural 20.
Wait. Oh, animal handling. I'm looking for handle animal. As you said it, and I couldn't find it. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Should have healed up that extra point.
6.
Dang.
19.
Yeah. Seth's horse. That is really Cespedes' horse, which is actually easier to say.
Even
than
though there's more
Seth's horse.
sibilance.
Yes. It's because of what syllables.
Sibilance.
It's because of which syllables they have.
Yep.
Cespedes' horse is a little sluggish. Its hind leg just not quite up for the full gallop, so it's only able to move slightly faster than regular pace.
It's also carrying more weight than either of our horses.
Well, I mean, he is fat. So.
Yes.
What?
Scaly.
Do you want me to
Scaly.
get right ahead as far as I can, then wait for you guys to catch up
Yeah, it's probably worth it. I mean, we need to know.
until we at least see them off the distance or signs or get close enough that we could slow down?
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and push forward with the natural 20.
Yeah, you're able to. Yeah, with that, you're able to push forward. You travel about 12 miles, and you've lost track of these guys a little while ago. And you actually do see not the whole of the horde, but a small group comprised mostly of kobolds, kind of milling around in this rocky hill area, and you do see them like stoop down, pick something up, tuck it away, and continuing to go about just filling up their arms. What becomes very clear what they're doing is they're picking up the dropped loot because from that had fallen off carts or things like that.
Okay. Then I'll stop and wait for them and just watch them as they do their thing.
The kobolds show absolutely no sign of picking up the pace.
Okay.
However, the cultists that are with them do. You see them kind of like lean over and like flail their arms like they're shouting at the kobolds to get moving. A few times slapping the riches out of their the stuff out of their hands. At which point in time, the kobolds immediately like draw a dagger and start branching up in the cultist's face.
Nice. Okay. I'll just sit here and wait for them to catch up.
And these guys they're on foot, so not really moving around. And it's like almost about an hour or two later, they catch up. And a few of the kobolds have left during that time, proceeding further up the hill, as well as one or two of the cultists have gone up.
Okay.
But there's currently there's still 8 kobolds and 4 cultists arguing over whether or not they take the shinies.
Okay.
So we come up and watch Kirk watching, or Carradine watching
Yeah.
this go on.
Yes.
The argument in the cultists. So do we want to take out the rear? I mean, I would call it a rear guard, but it's not.
Right.
Or do we want to let them go and follow them?
The more we take out now, the less we have to take out later, possibly.
I like this plan. So
Let's be sneaky.
I was
and
just gonna say, dismount, tie off the horse,
Yeah.
then sneak forward.
And the elves can sneak up pretty good just
Yes.
naturally.
Especially
Right.
being in natural surroundings. Yeah, wood and stuff. I think we have advantage in.
There's
Cover.
a good number of rocks that between. This is starting to move more towards a. There's still a few trees around, but it's moving more towards rocky hills. to give you an idea of terrain.
Oh, we can just always try to hide. We don't need to.
Yeah, I'm just giving you a terrain build here.
Right.
Just needs light cover.
Yeah.
And currently, these guys are mostly downhill from you. By the time you guys get there and you tie off your horses and you discuss a battle strategy, 2 of the kobolds actually start building a little campfire, and one of them wrings a chicken's neck. I don't know where he got the chicken. He doesn't know where he got the chicken, but he's got chicken.
Okay.
And and this just sends one of the cultists over the edge. Like, he comes up and punts the chicken.
I just got a good visual of that. That's nice.
And just starts screaming at them. Do any of you speak Draconic?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Yes,
I
yes,
would
of course
assume
I
Seth
do. Yes,
does,
of course I do. Yes, of
Yes, I
course
do
I
not.
do.
You lazy good for nothing pieces of shit. Get your asses together. Get back to the site, or so help me, I will ram you down each other's throats.
I plan on sneaking within 80 feet and then pausing to shoot somebody and then going from there. So I will stop,
Okay.
but I'll let you guys go forward before I initiate anything if you want to sneak closer because of
Right.
you being
I'll sneak
melee.
with you until you stop, and then I'll sneak up farther. I'll wait till everybody gets sort of closer.
I'll hold back just a little bit since I'm probably really loud.
Okay.
What is your stealth?
I think
I have a
for him
+2. I have a +2.
That's not the worst. I only have a +3, but I'm smaller.
We don't have any silent spells or anything like that. Shit.
No.
I don't
Well,
have it
also,
yet.
here's the question: is what armor are you wearing? Because you might have disadvantage on stealth checks.
Oh,
If it's heavy
I
armor, yeah.
might, yeah.
it's probably.
I cast mage armor before we get any closer. I almost forgot.
Oh, I forgot I got a longbow now.
That's an
I'm
important thing.
wearing I'm wearing heavy armor.
Yeah, you have disadvantage on your stealth checks.
Should I try to sneak up past them to cut them off if necessary?
Or we could both do that. Get around behind them, let Seth charge in from one
yeah.
direction, and then...
I like that.
Or we can
Ooh.
spread out, make it 3 points of a triangle, and then attack
Flanking.
from 3 directions at once.
Flanking your mom.
Yeah.
All
He
right.
said he was going to flank my mom.
All right. Let's do that. I'll go right.
I'll go left.
That poor kid at that
Oh
con.
my god.
Some young kid was arguing with somebody or something.
Well, he was at the table with us, and the GM made a joke. He put 2 people behind, it was D&D. He put 2 people around somebody, and so they were flanking. And he made a comment. He was like, "And that's what your mom calls a double team." And this little 8-year-old kid sees his dad walking past at some point later in the game and complains. But he didn't know what that meant, so he was just like, "He said he was gonna flank my mom." And
With a double
he
team.
lost it.
the whole table
guy.
died. This kid was so lost and confused, but he knew that something was wrong.
I don't know what this BED shit is, but I'm gonna get screwed.
Poor guy.
Oh my god!
I don't even think he knew what double team your mom
I know.
was.
I don't think he did. That's why he
He was like 8 or 10.
That's
I
why he
wasn't
was
very
like.
old.
That's why he thought flanking was a bad thing or something. I don't know, but everybody at the table died at the first comment, and then fell apart at this
His
kid's
poor-
rendition
his
of
poor
it.
dad having to explain that later on to him. Boy, that'd have been-
Hopefully, years later.
Anywho,
Well, Father, I'm 18, a man now. Can you please tell me and explain what is flanking my mom?
I would love to be a fly on the wall when he figures it out if he's not told and be like, oh, damn.
And no wonder everybody laughed at me.
Because all of a sudden, when he's
them.
16, it's like
It'll get him.
that nightmare of regret, cracked mirror memory just comes through, just clawing its way to the surface. Just
The Black Mirror.
black mirror, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
How do we
we-
want to do this? Do we want to wait till Seth gets up and then we take off, or do we want to take off and let him trundle up?
Well, because
no
we
matter
can
what?
stay farther away and
Yeah.
A, sneak, and also B, still shoot if,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
we can
I have the
basically,
javelin. I can throw javelins.
I would say we get into position and then let him get forward as far as he can until that doesn't
Yeah.
work anymore and then start the attack,
Yeah. Okay.
if that makes sense.
Seth is the signal. Seth
Yeah.
failing
Seth
is the signal.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. And let me roll my 1 right now.
So, how many
So-
sneak rolls do we need to make? Stealth rolls?
I'm just gonna have you make the one because you do have enough to hide.
Okay.
And right now, there's an active commotion going on between kobolds and cultists.
All right. I rolled an 18.
Ooh. I rolled a 21.
I rolled a 20.
Nice.
Hey, we actually get to wait until you charge in and don't just like
We lose track of
stumble
where he's
forward.
at. Where'd he go?
Wait, hang
Assess
on.
This.
Thank you.
Can't see him anymore.
Wasn't expecting that.
Fucking ridiculous.
All of a sudden, he disappeared.
Did he learn magic?
So you guys are all able to get into whatever positions you need to get into. What kind of had me jaw drop on this is I had them roll at disadvantage because there's an active fight going on. The rolls I got were I rolled a 19 on one die and a 20 on the other, which means all they had to do was have a +1 in perception and they would have seen Seth. They don't even have that. Not one of them.
That's terrible.
Yeah. It's like, oh, they're not trained in perception or anything like that. Okay, well, I guarantee you the cultists have to have a +1 in wisdom. No, they don't. Oh my god. They see nothing.
So we all.
You guys are able to make your little blood box, and Seth has not given the signal. In fact, you guys aren't even sure where Seth is.
Did he fall asleep?
Maybe he tripped and fell
Look
silently.
for the moving bush. Look for the moving bush.
As a joke, Cespedes tied 3 bush branches to his helmet, but he's posted up right behind a rock, and it actually looks like that little bush that does grow up out of the top of rocks.
Just rolling the boulder slowly forward,
Yeah.
staying behind it. Yeah, there you go.
It's just but because there's enough grass and mud, as he slowly works it back and forth, the boulder slowly creeps forward. It's a terrible plan,
But
it's working.
Hey.
So it's not a terrible plan.
I like it.
Well, all right, you're the one who has to give the go signal.
Yeah. You have to challenge them or whatever you got to do.
But
So
yeah,
what do I
so-
have to do? Toss the boulder to make the go?
Do whatever.
Rush
You
'em.
know what? We've established that you have a boulder and that you can move it. So yes, if you roll a strength check and you roll the boulder,
I think I might like to try to roll the boulder over somebody.
okay.
Let's do it. Strength check. Strength. Come on, baby. Strength. 19.
Okay, you have the cultist and the 2 kobolds fighting, and then you kind of have you kind of angle this to get the most you can
A
out of it.
strike.
Of course.
And so you aim it for
We're
the
there to pick
lowest
up the
part,
spare.
which is where the cultists and the 2 kobolds are fighting over the chicken, which will gain you 2 more kobolds and a cultist. Hold on, I need to make some rolls to see who you crush with a boulder.
Yes.
I was just say we're perfectly set up, so even if he makes that 7-10 split, we've got the other 2 pins.
Well, he's got half.
I know. That's what I'm saying. If he only leaves 2 up, we're in position to get them.
Okay. So one of them does. And then
This is the only time our plan is going to work.
Right.
For the rest of the night, everything is just going to be fucked.
Yeah. Well, it's the only time I'm going to roll anything over a 3.
Okay. So the of the people in the path of the boulder, the only one that doesn't stop what he's doing to look up is the screaming cultist.
Nice.
So he does not get a reflex save.
Oh.
So he's standing there ranting at the kobolds who are arguing back for a minute and then staring past him going,
It's like the guy. It's like the guy in Raiders of the Lost Ark that gets killed by the rotating blades of the
Plane.
the airplane.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's exactly like that.
You.
I have to. I'm treating this as a rolling boulder trap. So hold on.
Yeah. I don't know what else to do.
Makes sense.
Can you imagine coming along to the scene after it's all been said and done and finding a boulder has rolled uphill slightly and crushed 6 people?
No, it's rolling downhill. You guys were uphill.
Oh, that's right. That's even funnier.
Yeah, no, it's it's
Cultist leader, damn the luck.
Oops.
Well, and the kobolds, the only ones to see it, are the only ones left alive to be like, came out of nowhere, boss.
oh Damn. Okay. So yeah, that guy definitely
Shouldn't they join our kobold groupie?
Oh yeah,
He's
we left him
alive.
at home.
We left him at home. I gave him water
Why left him at home
to help
All
with the
right.
hangover after the gin.
Yeah, no, I made a character and everything on D&D Beyond, assuming that he was coming with you guys.
Yeah, we'll just leave him there for now. Let him do some menial tasks. Get used to
So,
Yeah.
civilized life.
Shiz, nope, he failed, and
He did.
only one of the kobolds actually makes the reflex to get out of this. This is so gross. No, a rolling boulder trap
Oh,
is
yeah.
6d8.
Holy shit!
And it's a reflex 15. Save or 8. Save or d8s.
Jeez.
However, there is also the possibility of you making a strength check to catch the boulder. So
What?
there is that. Yeah, I saw. I read that real quick.
No,
I'm like,
no kobold is catching that boulder.
I don't know. I've made a couple kobold barbarians who would try.
yeah, these aren't them.
I didn't figure.
So the first kobold actually does turn and see the boulder before it's picked up too much speed and is able to jump out of the way. The remaining 3 and 2 cultists are pulled underneath and crushed. So dead. I rolled
Yes.
3 of the dice I rolled were 8s. Let's see, it's 24 min plus I didn't even look at the other dice. These guys have, let's see here, where is their hitbox? 5 hit points and 9 hit points. They're not even resurrectable.
Wow.
Yeah, I think
They're
our ambush fails because Kirk and I are just standing off the woods going, holy shit!
Roll initiative.
Wow.
I snuck the shit out of that, didn't I, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's over in the woods going like, doing the thumbs up like, did you see that, guys? Did you
The
see that?
hysterical thing is, if you had a level in Rogue, sneak attack would apply.
Right.
Oh, jeez. That's raunchy.
My initiative is a 19.
I rolled an at 20, so 24.
You keep rolling like
It's my gay dice.
a little higher than I do.
For the win. It's those, it's those dice I bought
Hey.
at the con.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
At the GameCon?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's funny.
Well, I should use those dice. I should have bought those dice because I rolled a 6.
Jeez.
It doesn't matter. You've already killed half of the group.
Jeez, you're slowly sauntering up,
Right.
It's like, I will get there when I get there. What did you roll?
I get a 19.
19? Okay.
doing the staying alive like strut.
I'm staying alive.
The occasional spin and
Yep.
disco finger.
I'm just going to put them all together because there's only a few left. And, okay. Carradine, you are up first. There are currently 5 kobolds and 2 cultists.
What's the split? Who's on my side?
They are all staring
Who's
at
on
the
the right?
smashed kobolds, and
Who's on first?
All right.
they can't take their eyes off the smashed
4 of the kobolds
and-
are... Actually, all 5 of the kobolds seem to be on your half.
Okay.
Because you guys were thinking, oh, we'll split this down the middle. Her half got crushed by a boulder.
Yeah.
The cultists, the 2 remaining cultists, though, are over on her side.
Okay.
I'm just gonna fly in and do flurry of blows. If this hits, I get. That's how it works. So if I hit and it triggers the next unarmed attack, then I can do flurry of blows. So I'm not blowing key.
Not even like that. It's you. Technically, there is your action, which
Right.
you use to make however many attacks you have.
Right.
Then, as your bonus action, you choose to spend a key point. If you do, that gives you 2 additional unarmed attacks.
Okay.
And you do not have to hit with all of them to get all of them.
Okay. So it takes the place of that martial arts extra attack. It just
Right.
okay. All right. Then I will do that. So spear for the first attack. 25.
That hits.
D6. 10 points of piercing damage to the first guy.
You plant your spear through him into the ground as a really great anchor point.
Then I'm going to do the running kick along the side and try and kick another guy. Oh, that probably did not hit. That is 5, 6, 7.
7. You're coming up, and you came up a little too high, forgetting how short kobolds are. This would have been perfect for like a human head, which are the dummies you've practiced on.
And the last one, that is a 14.
You're able to, with a twist of your hip, correct it to bring the next foot down onto the kobold.
That's just a D4. 8 points of damage.
And you cave in the side of his face.
All right, I'm done.
All right.
And I spend my 1 key point.
Zell, you're up.
Okay. I am going to... Well, I'm going to take a shot at a cultist because I have a bow out and that's a thing to do.
That is a thing to do.
I got an 18 to hit him.
That hits.
Of course he does. Well, he takes 4 points of damage.
Okay. Arrow buries itself into the back of his shoulder as he was not expecting.
Okay. And I think I'm going to, like, move forward because I'm about 80 feet out. I'm, like, 70 feet out because that's about the range on my bow. Mm-hmm. I'm going to move forward.
30.
I guess, like, 35 because I can.
Oh,
no, not 35. Yeah, I have 35, but I don't want to move forward that closely. So if I'm about 70 out, yeah, I want to move forward about 30 so I'm still out of 1 walking term distance from them.
Okay. So then...
Yeah, I want to be about 40 feet away. Just sort of saunter forward.
Saunter.
Saunter.
Cespedes, you're up.
Really?
Yeah, there's not a lot you can do when the opposing initiative is a 1.
Oh,
What? I mean, I thought for sure 6 was last. Okay, great.
1 plus nothing.
1 plus nothing is nothing. I'm going to take my great sword and I'm going to swing it haphazardly at whatever's close to me.
You're a little far away, and when you started the boulder rolling, it would take you would have to do a charge action to get up there, which would be the double your move speed and attack.
All right, then I will throw a javelin.
Okay. Yeah, you could easily move your speed, which I think is 20 because of the heavier armor, and hit. Yeah. No, it's 30. It doesn't remove. That doesn't do anything.
Apparently it doesn't. No, it's 30.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're able to move your 30 and throw a javelin. You're just short of being able to close with them.
All right, so I'll move and throw a javelin at the closest cultist.
Okay.
And I got a 16.
That hits.
And it's 1d6. 6 points of damage.
Okay. You hit the cultist opposite that Zell had hit, and they have both been rightfully pin-cushioned between the two of you. So, now it is their turn. The 3 kobolds that are remaining figure they have the monk surrounded. And they pull out their little knives and make attacks, and 2 of them are just kind of like tripping over each other, not really sure what to do.
okay.
But the one that your back was still facing, he is actually able to get his attack in on you.
Okay.
And there it is. Oh, so we got to redo this real quick.
They got like pack attack.
Yeah, they got pack attack. But it didn't help them. Thanks for not making me retcon dice. They're like, no, you chose this. You've already said it. But the one that got you in the back just buries his dagger up to the hilt. You take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Whoa.
The cultists are none too keen being fired upon
With a boulder.
with a boulder. Yeah.
I've never seen this happen in a game before. I've been playing for like 30 years, and
Rocks
no one's
fall,
ever
bad
rolled,
guys die.
no one's ever rolled a boulder at enemies and bowled them like bowling pins.
I've seen it attempted many a time. Usually the response is, everyone's dex save is, oh, look, there it goes.
Right.
I crushed them. I roll ones otherwise, but I crushed them with their boulder.
So the one you hit with the javelin, because the one you hit with the boulder is fucking dead. He comes up brandishing his scimitar and takes a swing at you. 20, which gets you, Cespedes.
Gets me for what?
I have to roll the damage. And then too many tabs. He gets you for 7 points. None too keen about you stabbing him. The second one goes off towards Zell, but isn't quite able to make it up to her. They're 10 feet across. So on his way, he whips out a dagger from underneath his cloak and gives it a throw. Does a 20 hit you with mage armor?
Yes.
Okay.
What is it with mage armor? It's like
But
19,
with mage armor it's a 16, but I'm going to use my reaction to cast shield reactively, which
Okay.
brings it up to 21, so it
Yep.
deflects.
As the dagger looks like it's about to hit you, like square in the chest, you raise up your hand, and just this invisible force comes up, forcing the dagger to just bounce off to the side. So now we're back at the top of the order.
okay.
Carradine.
scoff.
I am going to do the same thing again. The flurry of blows. First attack,
Yes.
1d3. And that's a d6 for the spear. That is 8 points of damage.
He did.
The next one, flurry of blows for the unarmed, which is a 16.
Hits.
That's d4. 6 points of damage.
He did.
Smack the next one, 20
That hits.
for 7 points of damage.
Fools, you had me surrounded.
All right, it's another.
And you do. You stab one, again, re-anchoring, now knowing where you need to be, and are able to swing yourself right around
They got in closer.
take down the...
Spear the asshole that stabbed me in the back.
yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Just that guy.
That guy.
him the
The rest of them
shaft.
get smacked in the head. Coconuts.
With that one, it's personal.
All right. Zell, your turn. You have your cultist who is about 10 feet away from you.
And yeah, and I'm just gonna pull out. I'm gonna shoot him in the face again because I can,
And you will.
or I won't.
Oh.
I rolled an 8. No, I rolled a 10 to hit him. 10.
That
bonus.
does, in fact, miss. He's able to duck slightly underneath your arrow as it comes still barreling down towards you.
In that case, I I back up 35 feet.
Dancing.
It's lovely and wooded, and I feel very much at home here.
Cespedes, it's your turn. You are now toe-to-toe with the cultist that you shafted earlier.
Now the cultist is going to feel the full fury of my great sword at a 18
Yes, he is.
and a 13 damage.
Nice.
You unzip him from chin to groin as a giant spray of blood sends him toppling over.
I like it.
Nice.
And he just gives this very loud Wilhelm scream of just, ah! The other cultist, now realizing he is both surrounded and alone, starts fumbling for something at his hip and booking it in the one direction that one of you aren't. He gets his 30 feet away before pulling out a sounding horn and giving it a loud blow.
Damn. Okay.
I can move 45 feet a turn.
I've got
He's-
ranged spells
Okay.
for days.
I can throw a javelin.
He had to move to 30.
That's just normal.
Yeah, well, no, I'm saying like he had because he was in the middle,
Yeah.
where your 45 feet would have gotten to him. Then he had to move 30 out to get to her, and then he just moved 30 that way. So I'm just trying to like,
Right.
Hypotenuses.
okay,
Double move.
you could
90.
you can charge and get to him. It's the difference between do you walk or do you charge?
Oh, that is a 13 to hit him.
That hits.
Oh, shit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
9 points of damage. That's whatever charge does in
Yeah,
this.
I'll have to look up charge, but you
actually-
hit him and you kill him. So you, in an attempt to stifle the horn, actually get him through the back of the neck, and in doing so, actually do crack the horn.
Nice.
And there is now an immediate silence.
While I'm watching him take off after, I'm like, I think he's got this. And then I start looking for the arrows that I just shot and missed. I find one because I can only recover, I think, half of them.
Okay, so
I guess bring the body back and check it. Check all those for any
Yeah, anything that
cult
wasn't boulder
symbols or
crushed.
yeah, wasn't jellied.
on the kobolds, you find scrapped leather armor, their little makeshift daggers and slings. On the nothing that will actually sell. On the cultists, each one of them has a leather mask that vaguely resembles something lizardy, and they each have scimitars and kind of some patchworky leather armor.
Okay.
The scimitars will most definitely sell. The leather masks, maybe to a collector of some kind. The armor, maybe find a guy desperate enough.
Zell, do you and I want to dress up as cultists and put masks on and
I was just thinking about that.
cause trouble?
Sounds great.
I don't wanna, but it's not a terrible idea. I just don't want to put on that many clothes.
Cover up your boobs.
Like, I'd have to like take
the
his
cultist-
whole robe or outfit or whatever.
The cultist robe,
Oh, we don't speak Draconic though. That's the bad thing.
just so you know, is really just like this. It's this black robe with some kind of black spiky shoulders coming off over. It doesn't actually cover up that much. You kind of get that part of the uniform is also the armor that goes with it.
Oh, wait,
Well, I'm not putting that on.
yeah.
We could do A New Hope if you want.
Take you in like a prisoner.
Yep.
I need you all to roll perceptions.
21.
14.
I'm really upset about this idea of clothing. 9.
14.
And what'd you get total?
21.
21. You are the only one who notices up at the top of the hill, shortly after, like mid your debate. Like you're like, we can try dressing up as cultists, and she goes, but I don't want to put on that many clothes. And you get about that far into the conversation before you look up, and over the ridge, you do see some more heavily armored cultists beginning to crest over the hill and descend upon you.
Okay.
We're just going to keep the same initiative order as last time, but we're going to start it off on their initiative.
Okay.
Because,
Do I have a boulder again?
you are at the receiving end of Boulder this time.
They were like, well, that worked last time for that other guy.
We saw what happened.
Let's see if he is resistant to his own boulder.
Catch it.
Catch it! Catch it with your teeth!
I will.
He's gonna rock you.
Like a hurricane.
Only because I'm wearing a Vegeta shirt was that.
They don't... Oh, cool. They do have something. Awesome. Okay, 2 of those. So I need Dex save
Okay.
and I need Carradine and Cespedes to make Dex saves.
I don't like the look on your face, Kirk.
Altogether a 7, but I rolled a 1.
Okay. That is
20.
important to know. Thank you.
20.
20? Okay.
Can I use a key point to do a dodge action as a bonus to my turn to see if I can actually get out of the way of this thing?
Let me see what that is real quick.
It's
Because this is a spell.
patient defense. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, it's a spell and they don't make an attack. It's a save. So it's one
That's
of
fine. I rolled a 1. I'll take it on the
Yeah.
chin.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
It's a boulder.
No, it's not. You just burst into flames.
Oh, sweet.
It's not that bad.
Okay, for the record, so I didn't notice this happening. We're having this like conversation.
You will wear
I
it.
see you catch on fire, and then I have to stop and go. I don't think I did that. Was that? Because things sometimes just happen.
Yep.
Because you see, he stops and looks up, and then all of a sudden he's on fire. You take 10 points of
Ouch.
radiant damage
It takes me a
Ooh.
minute to figure out what's going on.
as these black flames burst forth from you.
Black flames.
Yeah. Okay. Cespedes, with your 20, you are able to dodge out of the way of the little black flaming bolt that comes near you. Also from up on the hill, one of the cultists in much nicer purple leather robes and armor fires a crossbow at Zell. It goes very wide, missing.
Which is good, because I'm still distracted by I didn't feel anything. I also don't think I've ever made black fire before.
Yeah, you just hear the bolt go over your head. Like, I don't think that... Not me.
I don't have to apologize this time.
And then from on top of the hill, descending down towards you guys, come then 6 cultists with their scimitars out, giving off some kind of battle cry.
In Draconic.
No, it's just, the...
Okay.
They are not able to make it down to you.
Okay.
Cool.
I would like to shoot the spellcaster that got me.
Go for it.
That is a 21.
Oh, that hits.
And longbow's a D8. 5 points of damage.
You get him in the stomach, and he doubles over a little bit.
Okay. That's it.
Zell.
Okay. I am going to turn around. I'm going to target the same guy Kirk just did with a firebolt.
Okay.
I rolled a 13 to hit him.
You hit.
Oh, okay, cool. And then I do 9 points of fire damage.
Nice.
He explodes.
Explodes.
That's how you light somebody on fire!
You explode them from the inside.
I'm going to blow my load all over the inside of your body.
Oh my, that was good.
I need to go back and rewatch all of that.
Cespedes, it is your turn.
All right. Is there anything within great sword distance
You could close
of me?
the gap from where you are going up the hill to the cultists.
All right. I will go toward the cultists,
All right.
and I will swing my great sword.
Okay. And they're kind of coming down in almost a uniform line. So if you like hit the middle of it,
No. I'm gonna hopefully not stab myself with a natural 1.
Oh, shit.
roll me
7. It was a 7.
Okay.
But it was natural 1. Yep.
Uh,
Okay. Roll you what?
an acrobatics.
And I rolled really well again. An 8.
Okay. You still trip going up the hill, and you are now prone. You are not helpless, but you have fallen on the ground about 20 feet up the hill with the cultists coming down on top of you.
Awesome.
I got to look up what that does.
All right. Well,
The caster that's up top, you see him make some kind of sign, and then no. First, against Zell, I need you to make a dex saving throw.
Okay.
Hop your dice right up there.
I
Stack them.
mean,
That's pretty good.
it's not cocked. It's only a 6, and
I'll give you the option of re-rolling it.
I will re-roll it.
Okay.
So
Because I mean, that's really cool that it did just pop right up there, very even, uncocked,
it
but
just stacked itself on top of another die perfectly legibly. Okay, and that one I'm going to Tides of Chaos
okay.
because it's a saving throw and I can. Clearly, I'm not meant to succeed at this,
We tried.
so it's fine. It's fine. I don't even know what kind of saving throw it was. I failed.
It was dex. What was the total?
6.
6? Wow, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I rolled a 3 twice on those second rolls,
Jeez.
which equals the first roll.
Again, another...
You should have took the stacked one.
Should have.
Your body just... Or not again, but again, a body erupts in black flames. This time it's you, and you take 7 points of damage.
Oh, I hate you.
Sorry, no, you just take 5.
Oh, okay.
And before,
I still
Yes.
hate you.
you only took 8.
Okay.
I thought there was an addition that they did to these, but no, it's just the die
I'll
damage.
take those 2 back.
I almost
Take-
wrote down Kirk's 8 instead of my 5.
Yeah.
I'm back. Have I taken any damage from my fall?
You're about to, and I'm gonna get to it. Don't you worry. So the other one that's staying on top of the hill reloads their crossbow and takes another shot. Again, flying wildly. They just need to throw it down and just move on with their life.
I say right now I'm even like on fire. Like I should make a
You're
better target.
literally a flaming signal at this
Yeah.
point.
Black flame. I can see it.
Eh, but smoke and
Yeah.
it's still
It's like the middle of the day, so or not.
Yeah. I thought it was night, and they were making
early
camp.
afternoon.
Wait,
Late afternoon.
Zell,
The kobold-
Zell, you're on fire
Yeah,
now.
she got attacked.
The kobold just decided he wanted lunch,
food.
which
Okay.
is why the cultist was mad.
Okay.
Yeah, the cobalt was just the two of them were just kind of like, food? Yeah, I want some food. I got a chicken. Where the fuck did you get the chicken? Oh no, man. You gonna question chicken? I am not gonna question chicken.
I also will not question chicken.
Did the chicken survive the boulder roll?
No, it
Damn.
died in its hands when it
Aw.
cracked its neck.
Oh, and that's
Like
how-
they were in the middle of like one was building a fire and starting to light. Like it was very civil what they were doing until the cultist came over and just Charlie Browned that thing right out of his hand.
And that's when Cespedes invented the pink slime that he used to create McDonald's in this world.
That's good. I like that.
Anyways, so Cespedes, the cultists just come down and surround you. So hold on. You still have all of your armor, which is good. So that's 1. That's 2. This is insane. I'm switching dice. Okay, that's 1 hit. It's 2 hits. That is so dumb. Okay, only 2 of them hit you. So when you're prone, anything within 5 feet of you making a melee attack gets advantage on the roll. Out of all of those rolls, only 2 of them were above 10.
Man.
Yeah. That's the way I like to roll.
By turtling up on the ground.
Yeah, I like to roll ones and below.
Yeah. At the
Got
very
you into
least,
this, and it's gonna
at the
get you
very
out of
least,
it,
your
too.
dice rolling is an aura that affects those around your character. So you take, between the 2 strikes, most of them just like hitting hard on a weak point of your armor, but a hard point of your scales. You take 2 points from one attack and 4 points from another.
Damn.
So 6 points of damage total.
Not bad.
Out of 6 attacks with advantage, and not one of them being a fucking crit.
Wow.
No. After falling flat on my face, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah. So now, Zell, Carradine, it is your turn.
Okay. They are all surrounding him, the kobolds, but there's still another spellcaster up top, right?
There's a spellcaster and someone with a crossbow up top. And they're not kobolds, they're down around him, they're cultists.
Okay. I'm going to go up to this other spellcaster because this is not. It's doing some damage.
It's more than 45 feet, so you will need to do...
Longbow. I'm just going to shoot him.
longbow, okay.
Yeah.
You said go up to, and I just...
The 14 plus 6, 20.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
D8. 8 points of damage.
This one hadn't been hit yet. So it takes the arrow, like, along the collarbone, and immediately kind of like, oh, wait, no, sorry, I forgot he did that. You need to make a will save to be able to even shoot at him.
Okay. This is a different guy that didn't catch me on fire, right?
Yeah.
We'll save.
Yeah, he cast Sanctuary on himself as a bonus action.
Uh,
He saw that, like, oh, they can reach us from down there. I'm protected.
Wisdom, charisma.
It's wisdom.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot that will save is not
17.
Okay, yeah. So you shoot your arrow and you get him right in the collarbone.
Fight through it. I will kill him. All right. And that's all I got.
Yeah. Zell, now it is your turn.
I'm gonna firebolt the spellcaster.
Okay, I need another wisdom saving throw from you as well.
That is a 17.
You go right through it.
Pissed off at this guy.
I rolled a 13 to hit again.
You hit.
Okay.
Stop using that gold dice.
Yeah.
Rotate it out.
I'm gonna spend a sorcerer point to empower that one. And
Oh,
just-
also roll me. Sorry. No, I messed up.
these are cantrips, so it's
Oh, they're cantrips, right? It's
Yeah.
got to be a level ones. No,
Right.
I thought with.
with I don't know.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
It won't apply to this one, but I'll look it up for the next one because I know you've
Okay.
used
I use tides.
Tides of Chaos.
Yeah. Okay. 10 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, you smote him.
Again. That's how you throw fire. Why don't? It's not even my. Oh wait, actually that's 13 points of damage because I have a fire focus wand.
Yeah, like
That's-
you.
I forgot about
you're
that.
Yelling that. You're yelling that.
Technically,
as you're
you didn't
still
say
on
you were
fire.
using it.
I know, but it could have been.
Yeah,
more.
no, it's
You're-
you.
You're still on fire. You're yelling.
Yeah,
It's-
and
it's
at
more
this
on
point, I don't care. Like, whatever fire he hit me with, like, things are still smoldering, and I'm just like, no, that's not how you do it. This is how you fucking do it.
So there.
And then I start brushing off fire. If anything, it's just like my fletching that I have to worry about because
Right.
I'm not really wearing much else.
Now we can see your boobs and your butt.
Eh?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Wild Magic Surge is whenever you roll a 1.
Right, but
No, wait. So
after
it's
I
starting at unleashes them once per turn. The DM can have you roll immediately after you cast a source,
I-
first level or higher.
I say they're usually
Yeah.
first level or higher.
You roll one. I thought there was something special though if you used your Tides of Chaos because that's how you get it back. Starting at first level, you can anytime before you regain. DM can have you roll on the magic surge immediately after you cast a first level.
It's still first level spell, but it's one. I think the
Oh,
way that I just roll, like the magic surge happens.
Yeah, I skip the do you roll a 1.
Right.
That's what it is.
Right.
Okay.
which is fine.
I knew
There was something.
Tides of Chaos
that,
happen.
Yeah,
It's like-
yeah.
it technically makes this easier, but what is it? Okay, yeah, so 13, again, you immolate the Acolyte, and
Dang.
he is done. Cespedes, it is your turn. You are currently on the ground, surrounded by... currently surrounded by the Eyes Wide Shut party.
Make yourself useful, man.
I like how we took off
right.
the two people who were not threatening the one party member surrounded by bad guys.
He'll be fine.
I'm sure it's fine.
I'm going to get myself up off the ground, and I'm going to swing my great sword at the closest cultist near me, and I'm going to cut him in half.
Think positive.
19
Oh, hey, it worked.
to hit, and 4 plus 4 is it 8 damage.
Okay.
I swung at all of them. They all get 8 damage.
Do you have any special moves or anything for something like this?
No, unfortunately, no.
Yeah, you're not trying to move any further, so it only just takes half your movement. So, yeah, special moves start coming in around level 4 and stuff like that.
Oh, for him. Okay.
Or for everybody, really. 'Cause that's when you start taking feats and shit. Okay, so, yeah, you swing, you hit, you deal 8 points of damage to the cultist, and it is still up, but bleeding very heavily. So now it is their turn, with you now standing and her crossbow bolt not really working out for her. The lone gunman at the top begins to make her descent down, getting about 30 feet down the hill, but it's still going to try that crossbow one last time.
I point at her.
She fires it. Yeah, it goes right past. No, it missed entirely.
Damn it. I still try. Catch those motherfuckers now.
You can't catch what's 30 feet above your head.
Point at her again.
She's got this. She's cursing at the crossbow like stupid trap, and like flings it to the ground.
No, I wasn't going to advance on her. I was just going to let her keep shooting at me.
Yeah.
Shoot the other people on Cespedes looking at her. Screw you.
Yeah, and she draws out a long sword into 2 hands and just begins.
I roll my eyes at her visibly. As a taunt or intimidation.
Roll.
Slowly roll my eyes. Whatever. Is she
One
running at
miss.
us, or is she
No, she's
walking?
She's walking because she had to
Okay.
move, shoot. Fuck it.
Okay. I'm just going to stand there.
Okay, so it's 1 hit. That is still 1 hit. That is still 1. Mother.
That's rough.
They all need to go back inside, and I need different dice. Cespedes, you take another 7 points of damage as the cultists continue to beat down on you.
Ow.
You seem really happy about that.
You get up off the ground, man. Get off the ground.
He is off the ground.
They're still
thought I
just
was
bad
off the
at
There's
it.
still just 6 of them. Yeah, on all 6 attacks, it was like 8, 7, 5, 19, 3, 2. You're all going back inside the bag. We're mixing you up for the juju, and we're going to try this again.
He wants me to be dead. He wants me to be dead.
How many
I
hit
can
points do you
tell.
have left?
11.
I got 19.
He's also got 10 points of lay on hands left.
Oh, that's
or
right.
11 because he only healed the horse like 3 or 4.
Yes, the
11? What are you talking? I got 12
he
left.
can
All
still
right.
touch himself.
Rub one out real quick. So we get over there.
So
That'll happen later.
In your bunk.
Carradine is your turn.
All right. I'm looking at this person slowly advancing down the hill and looking at Cespedes getting his ass kicked. Put my bow up and fast walk over toward him.
Yeah, and it really is a fast walk for you because he's only like 25 feet away.
Oh.
Gonna stab one of them
Take
in the
the
back of the
spear
head.
out.
Wait, are you going towards the Cespedes?
Cespedes and
Yeah,
his-
he's like 25 feet away.
In the gang.
Yeah.
And his backup singers or whatever he's doing. And I'm going to use spear this and then do 1 attack.
Right in the back of the head.
That is a 14.
That hits.
That's a d6. 7 points of damage.
Okay. You hit one that he has not already damaged, and he is now very aware of your presence
Okay.
as he turns to face you.
And I missed the second one. 11.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay. I'm done.
Zell.
The guys surrounding Cespedes, I can pick out a couple that are within 5, like that are right next to each other, right?
Oh yeah, they're all like it's a mosh pit.
It's a melee.
All right. Well, then I pick one that's already been damaged, and the guy next to him, and they get to make dex saving throws.
Okay.
Nice.
Much better. Much better. Okay. The lowest was a 17.
Okay, I think nothing happens with them.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, one rolled a natural 20, and the other one rolled a 16 plus 1.
I didn't write that part down. I think it's save or nothing. It's a cantrip. So
Yeah, it's probably save or nothing.
yeah, nope, they're fine. And then I'm like,
Did you have to charge him back up? I mean, did you have to?
Yes. I missed 18. See, out of 18 attacks, I hit you 3 times. Okay,
Yeah.
I need to
Yeah.
charge my dice back up.
Exactly. That's the greatest thing ever.
No, it's fine because this way he just wasted 2 really good rolls, resisting 1d6 damage.
You don't know my dice.
You don't
I'm
know
trying
my
to
dad.
comfort Seth.
You don't know my dad.
You don't know me. All right, Cespedes, you're up.
All right. I'm going to take another swing at another one.
Same one as before.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, man. 14.
You skewer him. He goes down.
Yeah. When that was the hit, I haven't rolled that.
He has 1 hit point.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
All right. So now it is the bad guy's turn. The villain you had been given bedroom eyes to makes her way up to you. And as she finishes walking up, she also draws out a short sword.
Okay.
That is not bedroom eyes if you draw out a short sword.
Well, no,
She's
now
got the
she-
long
now
sword
she's
in one hand.
dual-wielding, so I think that is
Yeah,
better.
she's got a
time.
long sword and a short sword. So
She's got options.
does a 15 hit you?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, that won't hit either. What about a 19?
A 19 will.
Okay, so she makes 2 quick slashes with the longsword that you are able to dodge and parry back out of the way before finally she thrusts with the short sword,
Okay.
catching you in the side.
Can I do a key point to do a dodge action as a bonus action? Oh, it's all my turn. Never
Yeah,
mind.
bonus actions are on your turn. Reactions are not on your turn.
How would I use that then on my turn?
Oh, you basically, it's kind of like taking a defensive stance.
Okay.
Think of it that, they call it dodge, but it's defensive stance.
Okay. That ain't never going to get used. Not for a point.
You'd be surprised. Like, if you, like,
But spinning it and burning it for no reason. I mean,
Just in case you might get hit. Like,
Yeah.
like if you're in a one-on-one fight and you know the next punch is coming, maybe.
yeah,
but-
like one-on-ones, but I mean, like, or in this case where she's got multi-attacks.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Or
Yeah.
in his case where he was surrounded by 6 people.
Yeah.
But anyways, and it is just a quick thrust, catching you right in the side. You take 1 point of damage.
I'm just not big on those spells and shit that's like a what if. But
Yeah.
expend a spell, slot or whatever. It's like, come on.
That's why I really like the way they did shield in this, where it's that reaction to,
It's like a charm.
yeah.
That's why I like those. Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right, bad guys.
Bad guys. And now see, there's the one that you stabbed. He's
Right.
also going to take a swing at you.
Okay.
Yeah, 14 doesn't hit. And now there are Casey and the Sunshine Band. He's going to take a swing at Cespedes.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
They're going to try really, really hard, and 2 of them are going to hit you.
Ooh, that's twice as good as last time.
Two rolled a 20?
Well, one rolled an 18 plus 4, and the other one rolled a 17 plus 4. The other 2
That's-
rolled 5 and 1.
They got
That's
your number.
terrible.
They got,
That's terrible. All right, what'd they hit me for?
2 and 6 points of damage.
8? Holy crap.
better do some healing, mister.
Yep.
Carradine, it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to do flurry of blows on this person.
All right.
The person who's doing the dual wielding.
That's the one with the nicer armor and...
Right.
Yeah.
12 probably does not.
Nope.
hit. And do I get to take the flurry of blows is not dependent on my hitting or not, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and I'll take the 2 others. That is a 23.
That does it.
That's a d4. Ugh, 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And that probably does not hit at a 14.
That does not hit.
Okay. That's another
Yeah.
key
So
point.
the free attack
Right.
does require you to hit on the first
Right.
one, provided you then don't spend a key point to get the other
Right.
2 free ones.
I thought it just takes the place.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But
Okay.
it takes the place, but you still have to. So it's like this. The reason that the key point is worth so much more
Right.
is because it's not dependent on the first one. For the
Right.
martial art one to kick off, you have to
Right.
hit that first time.
Right. But I don't get it in addition to my flurry of blows.
Right, not in addition. It's an either or because they're both bonus actions, is
Now,
what they are.
Do I have to declare that before I roll the first attack that I'm spending the key point, or how does that fall into place? Well, it says immediately after you take the attack action,
Yeah, and
on
your
your turn.
your attack action
you can spend a key
is
point.
that the
That
attack
first
action
attack.
goes from the attack to the damage.
Okay. So if it doesn't, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good enough. I'm going to go open up a window.
Okay. So Zell, is your turn.
Okay, she's still standing, right?
Oh yeah, she's
Looking pretty good.
she's fine. I mean, the punch caught her in the jaw, but her jaw didn't really move.
Okay, I'm gonna wind up and toss a chromatic orb at her, which is a first level spell.
Okay, so I need you to roll a 20 because we're going to do this.
Okay.
We've both been waiting for this.
Yes, we have. I rolled a 3.
Okay. Here. Oh.
Oh, wait, no, you can skip it
You
and
just
just
go
go
straight
straight
to the just go straight to the percentiles. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it that way.
That was a 3, though.
It actually
That's a
is.
good roll.
It's a 3.
It's still a 3.
Yes.
So you cast the chromatic orb. You begin to cast chromatic orb, and at the end of the chant, the orb still flies from your hand towards the target, but also like your vision just opens up, and you begin to see slight like ether trails going around you.
Well, this is weird.
Do me.
So what happens with chromatic orb?
I rolled a hit.
Okay,
I rolled a 19 to hit.
that hits.
It is, because I'm me, randomly a poison orb, and it does 12 points of damage. 12 points of poison damage.
Okay, and she takes it. All right, so Cespedes, it is your turn.
I'm going to heal myself. Healing myself for 12.
Okay. And I think there's like something special from when you touch yourself versus when you touch others.
Just a second.
And so I'm over on your sheet now. I'm reading through it.
I don't see anything strange.
Let's see. Your blessed touch can heal wounds. You have a pool that replenishes. As an action, you can touch a creature and draw power from the pool to heal. Alternatively, you can. Okay, yeah, just as an action. For whatever reason, I thought like maybe as like a bonus action. It only costs a bonus action,
Yeah.
so like an action or something like that. But no,
Yeah.
it just says action.
Yeah. So I'm done.
Okay. So
I
you
healed myself 12.
cool. I'll take that from you this round. All right, so the little sword master is going to go back onto Carradine.
She took a baseball-sized ball of poison to the back of her neck.
Yeah, she did. She's not pleased about that. 20
20 hits.
Woo!
and a nat 1, so she's going to lose the rest of her attacks.
I also look just a little bit distracted.
Were you impressed by my healing?
Not really sure what's happening.
So actually, when he does do his healing, you actually do see like this like outline of a very majestic looking dragon kind of just reach down and touch the top of his head, and then again it just fades away.
Does that happen every time? That's so cool.
Motherfucker. Okay. You take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
So she does one swing, again, just kind of like nicking your leg, and then attempts to follow up, but ends up striking stone behind you,
Okay.
which then just kind of shakes back into her,
Okay.
chipping the tip of her sword.
Nice. Nice. All right.
So now it is the cultist's turn. We're going to have 3 of them stick on you, and 1 turn to assist the woman.
When you say you, do you mean me?
I point at you. One of them got a 19, and that is your armor class, so that hits you,
That is, yes.
but only 1. And then the other one got a 20 to hit you. Natural.
Nah.
You take 9 points of damage.
9?
As he, Carradine takes 9 points of damage as the cultist comes up, turns, and gets him from behind, just raking the saber across his, the scimitar across his back.
The thing that's in between a saber and a cutlass.
Right.
I thought you were going to say nutsack.
Yeah. And then again, just in this fury of metal flying around you, Cespedes, one of them gets in and nicks you for 3.
All right.
All right. So now it is Carradine's turn.
Okay. I'm down to 5 points. I'm going to attack the little bastard that I attacked the first time.
Kill him.
Spear, 21.
Hits.
9 points of damage.
And he is dead.
Okay. Then I'm going to do the other attack on her, which is just the unarmed. That's a nat 20.
That hits. So what you do is you roll 2 d4s.
Okay.
And then add any of the static numbers.
8 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, between the orb and that punch, I mean, this time you got her like right under the jaw up and made her bite a big chunk of her tongue, and she spits out a tooth.
Ooh, she's going to be mad. She's going to be mad about that.
Man, she is not pretty. And not anymore. She was kind of pretty before, but now, nope. Zell, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to I'm gonna toss a firebolt at the bitch with 2 swords.
Okay.
Bitch.
Things
You do have your Tides of Chaos back.
I do. That was just the die landed against the notebook and then didn't have a number. 18 dude.
18 hits.
Took far too many rolls, but I got one that was legit.
2 legit, 2 quit.
I'm gonna sorcerer point to reroll that. 9 points of damage.
All right. And you hit her right in the side. Again, it just erupting in flames, scorching purple robes. There's a big black spot on them now. And it is now Cespedes, it's your turn.
Oh my god, bitch, die.
You have 4 cultists around you.
I'm going to continue to swing my greatsword at these cultists
Okay.
at a 22
All right. You hit a cultist.
at a 14 damage.
You explode a cultist.
Explosions.
Just in the back of the head, you're just like, cool guys don't look at explosions. just start quietly singing to yourself. Like, I should have become a bard.
Should have done this. I should have
All
done
right.
that.
Not leaving combat, but trying to move into finagle so that you are between her and the fire. There we go. 19?
19 hits.
Yeah. So, again, it's just this swirl of blades as the short sword, again, comes up and gets you for 6 points of damage.
And I'm down to...
Oh, no, sorry, 3.
Down to 2. Here's not working.
I'll come get you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right. So it is now the cultist's turn. Then you take a swing at... So 2 of the cultists get Seth for 6, and then another 2 points of damage.
Jesus.
They're just doing everything they can to hack down the dragon, who has a breath weapon, just as a reminder.
I don't want to use it yet.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like there's something big coming after this. You know?
Okay.
Hopefully not, because I'm out of key points.
Right, I'm almost out of spells. So.
All right, then I'll use it now.
Well, wait for your turn. They might not be alive. Carradine, it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to back off 45 feet from her.
Okay. So you can do that as the disengage action,
Okay.
and that counts as both your move and your action. Basically, you go full defensive and get away from her.
Okay.
Or you can just move 45 feet away, and then she and the
Hope she
cultists
gets
would
it.
get attack opportunities.
But it's only one person on me, right? Because
No,
I killed
Yes.
the other guy.
Yes, there's only... It's one of those, like, technically, there are 3 people on you,
Right.
but only 1 has been actively engaged with you. So that's the only one I would give.
Okay. I don't have any more key points, so I'll just do that. I'll back off.
Okay. And you do your full disengage, moving to 45 feet. You are now, 20 feet past Zell.
Okay. And is there any way I can pull out a bow in the meantime?
Yeah, I'll let you do that as part of your... Yeah, I'm not going to let you fire it, but yeah, you can re-unshoulder your bow that you
Okay.
would... Because all you had done before was shoulder it. It's
Yeah.
not like you have to bring it out and restring it.
Right. Okay.
Zell, it's your turn.
Okay, I am going to toss out another chromatic orb, except this time I'm going to spend a sorcerer point and twin it and hit her and one of the other dudes around him.
Okay.
Or at least aim at them hitting. So far it hasn't been a problem, but we'll
See what happens. Roll your 20.
All right, so first on her,
Roll your 20.
we're going to Tides of Chaos that.
So here's the question, because I was saying roll a 20 because we were going to see
Oh,
if...
right. It was a 6, so.
Right. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So there. So yeah, that will be the 20 that you rolled.
For
now
the,
will be
okay,
the...
now will be the attack roll.
Right.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, well, never mind. So that's a 20 to hit her.
That hits.
Okay. A 15 to hit one of the other guys?
It hits.
Okay. Do you want me to roll separate damage? Because
It's a twin spell, so
Yeah,
I'm just going to say it's the same amount of oomph in the same style.
That's fine. Yeah, I was going to stick with the same style because it's one casting. It is fire damage this time. 10 points of fire damage to each.
Okay. And your Foki would come into play here too.
I wouldn't have cast it through the focus because I didn't know it was going to be a fire spell,
Okay.
if we're being honest.
Yep.
I don't know what I cast that one, so...
She is not liking the fire you're outputting. But on the bright side, Cespedes, there are only 2 cultists on you now.
Only 2. Are they in a line?
They can be.
No, they should be.
It's one of those like you'd have to do like 1 or 2 steps in order to get them in line. Is what I'm saying. But I will say,
I want to make them in line.
You can
whatever I got to do.
You can choose to either have the leader and a cultist, or both cultists.
I'll have the leader and a cultist.
Okay.
In line. All right, and I'm gonna lightning breath those motherfuckers.
All right, which I believe is them making a. Is it a Constitution or a Dex roll?
When you use this, each creature in the area must make a saving throw. Type is determined by my ancestry. It's 8 plus my Constitution modifier plus my proficiency bonus.
That's
Which
for.
is...
Yeah, that's the DC they got to overcome. But it's like, what are they rolling against? Let me pull up your and minimize racial.
I don't know. It doesn't say... I mean, in this...
It's based on
doesn't say.
lightning.
Right.
Whatever it
Yeah.
be for lightning.
Can I see a player's... Do you have the player's handbook in front of you?
Yeah.
'Cause it should say in here specifically what it is. Because I could see like poison, which is one of them, being a Constitution.
Right.
I could also, but then everything else
This is
being
dexterity.
Yeah.
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 I doubt there'd be like a wisdom, and cold could also be a con. And
Yeah. I don't know.
yeah, it's all dex or con depending on what you got. And you're a bronze dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's dex. Okay, cool.
So what's your total?
Yeah,
really
poison
gonna
and cold are the only two that are con. Everything else is dex. Good to know. All right, so she's gonna make her
8.
dex. Nope. And he also okay. So they had forgotten. One had forgotten that you were part dragon, and the other one had forgotten you were there. So roll your damage.
I think damage is already given.
It's
A creature takes 2d6 damage for a failed save.
yeah. So you roll 2d6 to deal damage to them,
All right. 8.
roll for each or
and no, it's
No, just once.
It's one. It'd be like if burning hands. You don't roll
Right.
for each individual creature or anything like that. And with that, you toast the leader and one of the cultists. So there is one lone cultist who, now realizing that they are alone and that you can breathe lightning, immediately tries to book it away.
He hurt me. Kill him.
Okay, he does take his disengage, so he only moves 30 feet up the hill, dropping his scimitar as he goes. If people with ranged weapons want to take a shot,
yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Carradine, you would be up first in the initiative order.
11.
That is a miss.
I'm going to firebolt through the focus
Okay.
and Tides of Chaos reroll because I didn't
You-
do that on the last
Right.
one. I hate it.
Ooh,
Natural
nice.
20.
Okay, so roll that d10. So it's 2d10
Yes.
plus
3.
3.
12 total.
And you light up his world as he gets to the top of the hill, just exploding in the back, knocking him flat, and he begins to roll back down.
Is that what you meant, Cespedes? Does that work for you?
I don't know. Is he dead? Can I throw my javelin at him?
Sure, go for it. He is prone, so roll with disadvantage.
Wait, no. Is he dead?
You have to go up and check the body, or you can throw. Which do you do?
I will walk up and check the body. Then I can just stab him in the face if he's not dead.
He is very dead. The hole in the back goes about halfway through him.
Ooh, and half of it's charred, and the other half is like slipping past the charred bit, so it's really just kind of jelly.
Yeah.
All right, fine. I walk away.
So, you find one intact short sword, one heavily chipped long sword. It's not going to sell, really. One broken heavy crossbow because she spiked that shit.
Inferior weapon, anyway.
Very damaged leather armors and split mail. Heavily damaged robes. And what did those guys have? Because they got caught on fire, but they might have had something else.
I may be a sorcerer, but I have an elven contempt for the crossbow.
Well, also it's mechanical, which is not very naturally.
I just
So.
don't.
And then the smoldering acolytes on top of the hill. The only thing you're really able to... Nope, because those would have gone up in flames too. Because they were just kind of up there burning this whole time. Just, you don't have to worry about the undead because they're not going to come back. But yeah, just in general, from gathering up the bodies and kind of going through them, each of you roll me a perception or survival, whichever you would individually prefer.
Survival. which is a 19.
25 perception.
16.
Okay, I'm going to start with the highest, which was Kirk's. So roll me percentiles real quick.
41.
You do find a little ornate box with a very fine-looking lock on it, and it is closed. You kind of try to like thumb it open, and it doesn't come easily, though you kind of get the feeling if you tried to force it, you could.
Okay. Ornate box with what on it?
It's got a few horses, some flowers.
Okay.
You can hear there's something metallic on the inside as you give it a little jingle.
Okay.
And we're talking like
Yeah.
small.
I'll save it. I won't open it.
Okay. And this is just scattered along the grass. Who was the next highest?
I got a 19. I don't know what's up.
Yeah,
there.
you were next highest.
I had 16.
All right, roll me percentiles.
68.
Okay. You actually find some brass dishes, like with seem to be like some silver filigree going around them, looking pretty nice. Like you find like found like 2 plates, a bowl, and like a few and like 2 forks that go with it.
Okay.
What do you find? Roll me suspicious. Roll me percentage.
101.
That's 1.
Yeah.
I mean, is 001? I really rolled a 1 on a percentage. I
Yeah.
did.
Yes, you did. You had a 1 in 100 chance.
Yes, you did. You actually find a
Nothing.
a small leather pouch, and inside it is 3 copper and 5 silver.
Okay.
You found actual currency, which for a farmer, I mean, that's a good chunk of money.
Yeah, right?
that actually for a farmer, I think
You
that's like a
said-
month's wage.
Yeah.
What'd you say? 3 copper and 2 silver?
5 silver.
Somebody sold a cow or something.
Yeah. You found like a farmer's like month's wage, or probably a field hand's month's wage, but still. And that's kind of all you find as you like said. And this was just you weren't actively searching the field. These are just kind of like things that caught your eyes as you were going. What do you want to do? You're all kind of
Take a short rest.
I say at least a short
I-
rest. We almost need you to sleep overnight.
yeah.
Because I won't get any spells or anything back until we take a longer rest.
Long rest.
I'm real beat up.
I am too. I have 2 hit points left.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
got
think
3.
we
I
don't
got
have a
3.
choice. I think we need to rest. I am the least damaged, so I can take a first watch because I still have like 19 hit points. So I'm completely metagaming statement. That didn't come out right now.
But I could take the second watch and you can sleep all night.
Right, and I think we can just do that.
okay. This is a good point to end.
Did we decide to do a short rest or a long rest?
You're doing a long
We're doing
rest.
a long rest.
So you will get full HP, all your spells. You'll get
Yeah, that's the part that
Breath weapon back.
you get your breath weapon back.
Right.
short rest could have gotten us hit points back, but no.
I would have gotten the key back.
No,
No, the breath
takes a
weapons
while.
is
I would,
good.
yeah, long rest.
I think the only
Dungeons & Dragons is property of Wizards of the Coast. Please visit dnd.wizards.com to purchase your copy of the game today. The opening and closing music, Epic, is property of Ben Sound. Check them out at bensound.com for more royalty-free music. This has been a production of Gaming Without Gaming, all rights reserved. You may download only material displayed and identified on the site as specifically available for downloading. Such material is for non-commercial, personal use only, provided you also retain all copyright and other proprietary notices contained on the materials. You may not, however, distribute, modify, transmit, reuse, repost, or use the content of the site for public or commercial purposes, including the text, images, audio, and video without our written permission.